Good morning. Thank you all for coming and on this very, very special day for Jones College Athletics and our softball program. I'm Chris Robinson. I'm the athletic director here at Jones College, and we're excited about today and introducing our new head women's softball coach. We want to say thanks to the media for coming out. Scott Kirk, WDAM, James Pugh. Thank you guys for all you do to cover our student athletes and help us to be our best product for ourselves. Dr. Kane Ruffin, you and your staff for allowing us to do all that we can do here. It's such a joy to be able to use this facility, and we thank you for all that you do for Jones College Athletics. And so, VP of Student Affairs, Joel Kane, thank you for your leadership and everything that you do here. Thinking about our women's athletics, we do such a tremendous job here, and I know today's a very special day. We're going to turn it over to somebody who's going to do a really, really good job with our softball program. But it all starts at the top, and it all starts with Dr. Jesse Smith and the Board of Trustees here. And I know I couldn't ask for a better boss to work under, and looking forward to many, many years under that. But I'm going to turn it over to you, Dr. Smith, to introduce our new softball coach.
Thank you all, and thank you all for being here. Everybody that's here, the coaching family, the Dew family, thank you all for being here today. And we thank you those that are watching by a live feed. We appreciate you being here today. Thank you all. Thank you, WDAM, and thank you, James, for all that you do for us support and everything. So this is where we go to right now. It's a special moment. So we're celebrating two things. Number one is that a championship coach, and Coach Chris Robinson, and the evidence of that great program. And it is evidenced in our new head coach coming in, Coach Dew, is that she was a player here. She was an All-American here. Man, was she a force of nature. Man, we were so excited when she would come to bat. We didn't know what was going to happen. It was a good chance. There was going to be some runs scored every time she stepped up to bat. That intensity, that professionalism, that focus is what makes her a great coach, and the ability to lead. Ladies and gentlemen, there's one thing we do here well, is that we teach women athletes how to lead and how to win, because we have done a great job in women's sports and in men's sports, of course, but particularly we've really done exceptionally well at that. So today is a celebration of a great career as a head coach, a former head coach, and now athletic director coach Chris Robinson. But it gives me a great honor and pleasure to recognize somebody that I think is outstanding. Coach Tori Dew has the character, she's got the wisdom, she's got the wisdom. She is mature beyond her age. We trust her. We expect great things from her. You can expect great wins and a great future, and the legacy that Coach Robinson left is going to continue. Our associate head coach is now officially the head coach of the Lady Bobcat softball team. So I want to introduce Coach Dew. It's all yours. Let's get running.
What a day. I'm just going to go ahead and apologize. I may saw through this whole thing. Anything and everything I do, I try to do it as transparent and intentional as possible. So everything that is done from here forward is going to be straight from the depths of my heart. In all things I do, I hope people see the true person that I am. And anything you do, you want to leave things better than you found it. And I think the first of that is the people that you find, you want to leave them better than you find them. But my whole journey wouldn't be possible without a village to help me get here. Like Coach Rob said, and he's always going to be Coach Rob to me. I feel very odd calling him Chris, but it all does start from the top with our board and our president. I want to thank you guys. I was here as a student going on 10 years ago when I walked onto this campus, and you can tell the true culture of a place by the longevity of how people are and what the environment is like. From the grounds to the cafeteria to everything in between, there is a complete family here at Jones, and I wanted to thank you for what you have built here. And Mr. Joel Kane, thank you for always providing a conversation to me, for your leadership here. I want to, say thanks to everything you have done. And then to the man that brought me here, and has been a mentor for me for 10 years, I can't say thank you enough for what all you have been to me. You found me as I guess a 15-year-old, from small town Mississippi. I'm right up the road from Quitman. And one odd day, it rained too much at South Jones, and we got to play on the field here at Jones. And that day changed my life forever. 2 years here wasn't enough as a player. Definitely would have, if I could have spent 4 years here, I would have chose that in a heartbeat. But thank you to what you were as a player to me and what you have been the past 5 years. And all of my family, my parents are here. When you do something, you want to love what you do. And they allowed me to love the game. I think we talk more softball now than we did when I was a player. If I had a bad game, good game, I don't know if we ever talked about that after a game. And that is why I continue to love the game. So I appreciate you guys. My siblings, my sister's not here, my brother's not here. My brother is currently, he's serving overseas in the United States military. My whole family embodied what it means to be as a leader of people. And I can't say thank you enough for that. Jones, like I said, it changed my life. As a player in the past 5 years, it truly was a life-changing experience for me. I met some of the greatest people. I go back to what a place looks like. If you walk along the sidewalk, if you find a piece of paper or trash on the ground, I would be absolutely shocked. And that is a true culture of a place, when you can look at the details of a place and know that is a very strong culture. And this place has a standard like no other. I've had a lot of great days in my life. This is the greatest day of my life, up until this point. I truly believe that the best is yet to come. I know that I'm inheriting a very, very successful program. I know that I have very, very big shoes to fill. I've ordered his shoes for the past 5 years, so I know. But you give and take with every experience that you've been through. There's a lot of things that and a lot of coaches that I've been under and worked with that you give and take from. So moving forward, it's not the success is going to be there. I don't, anything I do, whether Coach Conrad, whether it's words with friends, I'm on a long winning streak right now. I like to compete in whatever I do. I like to win in whatever I do. And my main thing is to win with people. See the person in the jersey first, and how can we make them successful. But Jones has made this transition as seamless as possible, and I appreciate that transition. But my Jones family, I thank you guys for being here and supporting me. Jones is my family, and I would not be here today without everyone involved here. So when they say Jones in my bones, it is completely embedded in my bones. So thank you all.
Stuff like, man, coming this far, being a player here at Jones, and now you've been promoted to head coach. Just what's been your overall feeling so far?
A dream come true. I think back to 10 years ago when I walked onto this campus as a student, and this was only a position that I could ever dream of. And I did indeed dream of it. Some people dream of being a head coach at a huge program. This is my huge program. This is my home. This is where, on that field, I left a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And I'm excited to continue the tradition of success and winning, what Coach Rob has built, and I'm excited to continue that.
Yeah, right. And a couple years ago, Coach Robinson brought you on as an associate coach and everything, and you talked about this, what you dreamed of. Did you know that maybe this was a place for you to be a head coach? Like, did you know it?
Yes, at the time, I didn't know the complete timeline of it. I knew that there was a possibility of that, so each day I approached it as, okay, what's one thing I can learn today that's going to help me in hopefully becoming the head coach here one day. And Coach Robinson was a cornerstone of everything, that this program is about. So I took that, if I could ask him a question, if I could learn from him, I would ask him many questions throughout the day. But I did, I had an idea, and it was, a dream. And then when the timeline was presented, let's go.
Right. And, I don't know how long ago it was, but, when the conversation did arise between Coach Robinson and you about you taking over, what was that like? What was that conversation like?
So I mentioned before, Jones did it the right way in the transition process. So I had time to, gather my thoughts and understand what was going on, but also planning for the future, recruiting kids, what's practice going to be like, what's this going to be like, how am I going to do things. It gave me time to really understand what was coming. The conversation happened a few months ago, so I knew it was coming, but it allowed me to prepare as slowly as I needed to, because I'm a very, very detailed person, so I got to think about a lot of the details rather than passing over them because of, a rush in the transition.
Right. And now that you are the head coach, right, and you played here, you have a lot of passion for Lady Bobcat softball. What are some things you want to instill in the program, right? Since you played here, you say you want to leave things better than you found it. What are you trying to do to just establish those footsteps of the players?
So for me, relationships is the front of everything. Relationships and the details of things. I'm a planner. My planner now is through 2025. So I like to know what's going on. Through the details of things, knowing how to build a big picture, and that's what I'm going to hopefully do moving forward, is make sure the kids understand that the details and everything matters in what you are doing. We're gonna continue to try to win the last game we play, and play until we can't anymore, and it's just taking care of what needs to be done each day.
Right, and then for the returning players, obviously in South Carolina, runner-up, not what you wanted, but a great run, and that was your last as an associate coach. But what would you tell the returning players who knew that you were going to step in?
So the goals are still there. Where we want to finish is still there. That Saturday, losing that game, you could see the pain on the faces of the sophomores, but of the returners. And what I always tell them when you experience things like that is just put that pain and how you feel right now in your back pocket. And we're going to pull that out soon. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to know that we don't want to feel that way ever again. So those things will be talked about. Moving forward, it is a different leadership, but a very, very same face. Who I am does not change. The role changes, but who I am as a person does not change.
You knew this was coming for several months. Coach Robinson had said this was his last season. You've been in the first base box for a long time. I know you've made the lineup card out multiple times. What is the transition? I mean, is it really a seamless, hey, I'm the head coach, or what are some things that you'll have to do that you weren't already doing? Because I feel like there aren't a whole lot.
There's not a lot. Coach Robinson, he allowed me for the past couple years to always be a part of the conversation, and that has done a lot for me. No, I did not make all the decisions, but I was always part of the decision making. So Jones did it the right way in making this transition. There was no time period where there was no head coach, no coaches. Our players knew what was coming. They knew it a few months ago. Our recruits knew what was coming. So whether they were in or out, they knew it was coming. And we really haven't had any issues with that. But other than standing on the other side of the field, given the signals and everything, a lot doesn't change. You could get blessed with a lot more decision making, but I'm eager to take that on.
And you got, you're the hitting coach. You get it. Coach Conrad's the pitching coach.
Mm-hmm.
You already have an idea, you're a planner, you already have an idea who you're bringing in for that assistant position.
Yes, we do. And they are going to be hired in June, and excited about that. I'm going to take on the role of infielders, and this person's going to take on the role of outfielders, and we're going to share hitting. And we've worked together before. That's why I say we can share hitting, because we have the same philosophy on what needs to be done as far as offensive things is concerned there.
Having been saturated in this area, played high school in this area, played college ball in this area, just talk about how big that is as far as recruiting wise, having already known the area for a long
Right.
time.
I think that's a massive thing that I do have in my back pocket. You know, I was born and raised in Stonewall, Mississippi, went to Quitman High School, but a lot of my upbringing is just like the upbringing of many of our recruits and commits that we have coming in. So we can relate a lot. You know, most of the time Mississippi kids are very family based in whatever we do. So I'm excited to, you know, share those family and love characteristics of, you know, to our kids that are coming in. But also, you know, you're able to relate to things and, hey, you're from here, well, I'm from here, we played against them. But I love being in this area. I'm a big family person, so I don't like being too far from my family.